So hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am doing my makeup today in natural light because I want you guys to see how the makeup looks when you do it in natural light instead of using all the extra light that makes it look so perfect. So because I know most of you are doing it home in front of natural light, a window or a light, and you all don't have ring lights and stuff, so I wanted to kind of show you guys the process of me doing it in front of natural lights also. So as you guys saw, I put powder on my face before I put on my primer because this is just a new technique I use so that my makeup will stay on pretty good. So I powder, I prime, I set, and then I let the set dry, and then I go in with my concealer. So guys, what I do is I conceal my eyes first. So I conceal under my eyes first. Today I'm using a foundation. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. And the reason why I conceal under my eyes first and I put this much concealer is because I want to let the concealer dry down so that it wouldn't spread, and I'll get that fullness under my eye when I use the concealer. So here I'm applying it in the usual areas, under the eyes, on the forehead, down the nose, above the lip, and under the chin, right? So I'm applying that, and then after I'll apply my foundation, my contour. But as I said before, I want under the eyes to dry a little bit before I blend it, so I'm doing my eyebrows with the same foundation that I just showed you guys. I'm concealing my eyebrows, making sure it meets the bottom. So I want the color of the eyebrows concealer and the color of the under eye concealer to be the same. I'm going in with my contour in Black Opal in the shade Carob, and all this time my concealer there is just getting tacky. It's drying. But guys, point, if you're using, actually I'm going in with a darker contour just to make sure that my contour of my cheeks is really popping. But if you're using a matte concealer, you should not let it dry down that much. So y'all, what I do also is I contour above my lip, and that helps with my lip looking very plumped to the top. So this is a new step that I started doing, and I actually love it. I don't know if I have actually aced it yet, but I love it. So I'm blending, and I'm blending the corners first. I'm making sure the corners, they're blend down really nicely. So I'm blending my concealer out first, guys, because I think that it dried down a good bit there. And I'm making sure I go to the corners and then gently go on the inside. I want the full coverage to stay in there. So this is for people who love under their eyes to be really full coverage. Start from the outside, go up under, and then go over your eyes. Guys, but a very important step for when you're blending your forehead is that you pull back into your hairline. Instead of just pressing on, you pull back into your hairline. Going right into the contour. So guys, for the contour, I want to try to push the contour up. I don't want to pull it down too much where it goes towards my chin, but I want to make sure that the corners of the ending of the concealer is really smooth, and I don't see any beginning or ending where the concealer and the contour meets. I'm doing the same thing with my forehead. I'm pulling back into my hairline, right? And then I'm just going back in to make sure that, I get a really nice blend on my forehead and you don't see any lines. And then I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side of my face with the contour, taking it all the way up, and then going back in with my concealer brush just to make sure that they blend really seamless together. Let's keep in mind that I don't have one foundation yet, and this is just highlight and contour that we're using to get the face together for now. So guys, I'm really just working. It's a real work to get the contour and the highlight to look like they're just blending right into each other. And after I feel like, okay, I've got this, oh my gosh guys, my nose, I forgot to blend out my nose. I was terrified. Look at that face, guys. I was petrified. But either way, I just used the contour and I kind of fixed it. So with makeup, any mistake you make, it's usually fixable, so no need to just take off your entire face. And I'm just blending it out. And guys, if you see me dancing, it's because I was playing music in the background. I'm making sure it comes right out of my eyebrows. That's a good tip. So guys, because I like under my eyes bright, I'm gonna go back in with a concealer this time that's a little lighter to make sure that under there is popping and I don't have this dark hue under there. So I'm gonna leave that to sit a little bit. But guys, this is a matte concealer, so I don't want it to sit for too long. Yeah, so I'm going to with my foundation. As I showed you guys, I'm going to with my L'Oreal C6. I actually threw out too much on my hand because with this technique you just need a little bit of foundation. This is why I like this technique. And I'm going in and I'm passing it over my contour and the sides of my face. I'm just not too much passing it under my eyes. I'm passing it under my chin also. And in between doing that, I'm making sure that that highlight under my eyes and that contour is blending in really seamless with each other. So obviously I'm going to go back in now, making sure that my brush is small and nice, because I don't want this highlight under my eyes to take over my face. So obviously I want to make sure I use a small brush or a beauty blender and blend that exactly where I need it, and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere else that I don't really need it, or anywhere else that is not really needed. So this is an important step, and you guys can do it if you like under your eyes to be full and nice. Ooh, child, I almost forget to blend out the contour above my lip there. So I'm blending it out with the same contour brush that I use for the side of my face. Just a pressing, nothing much. I'm going in with my eyeshadow primer. I'm making sure it's really smooth, guys. If this is not smooth, your eyeshadow will not be smooth. So that's a quick tip there. Just make sure your primer is really smooth. So I'm setting my face with my beauty blender. Guys, I prefer to set with the beauty blender most times, especially when I'm doing this technique, because it gives me a more airbrush finish, which is really good for me. I actually prefer that most times. And then I also set above my eyes, where I just put the primer, because I want the eyeshadow to be really smooth, because it's something really natural that I'm doing. So I basically just squeeze in the blender to get whatever line I want and to fit it wherever I want it to fit, to be able to get the powder in. And obviously I'm going in all the regular areas that we put our highlight. Then I'm going to go in with a brush, and I'm just going to set under the contour in case any of it went down too far. I'm using the buttercup to set under the contour there, just to really make sure it's nice and everything is carved out properly. Oh my god, somebody's in the neighbor's yard. Now I'm going in with this Iman powder in the shade 4.5. I don't have a bronzer, guys. I really want to start using bronzers, so I kind of use this as a bronzer over my contour and over my foundation slightly, just to make sure that I get that nice warm finish to the side of my face. Obviously I go on my nose with it, and this powder really adds to the airbrush finish also. So I'm going in with this Juvia's Place palette. I can't remember the number, but I'm just doing this more brown to orange color, and I'm doing lower to the end and going higher up to my eyebrows to the top. So kind of like a slanted motion, and I'm doing it on both of my eyes. I'm just using two eyeshadows today to create this look. So that's the Takida Glow palette, and I'm using the shade Cocoa to the corners to create that depth there, so that when I put on my wing, actually I'm not putting on a wing in this one, so that when I put on my lashes and my thin liner, it'll just be nice and natural, because it's really a natural face that we're doing it, guys. Going in with the same Juvia's Place palette, but I'm using that white kind of flat color on my lid. I'm really loving this white lid vibe, so usually I'll use this nice white color, or I'll use a nice tan color. So I love this because it opens up my eye a good bit, because one of my eyes are hooded. So I just apply it with a wide flat brush, and it does the trick every time. So obviously I'm applying the brown from the Takida Glow palette, Cocoa, underneath my eye, and then I'm about to just dust off the excess powder under my eye and everywhere that I put highlight. I'm spraying my face. I spray up and down all around, up and down all around. Then I give it a little dry, and then of course, guys, I apply, don't hit yourself, Takida. So I'm filling in my eyebrows with my Maybelline pen that I use. If you're local, I get it at Pennywise. It's my favorite thing to fill in my eyebrows with. And I usually fill in just the top because the bottom is pretty well thick and slightly to the front. And then I use my spoolie and I just make sure that the front is nice and feathery. I don't put too much product to the front at all, guys. And I'm in love with these eyebrows. Guys, so the thing with the blush is that the blush actually gives your face more dimension to the side. If you look at my face now, when I put the blush on the both sides, you will see that my face looks a little bit more filled out to each side, and that is what the blush does. So recently I like putting on my blush with a big brush, so it doesn't really give me that line, but it gives me that, you know, that nice smooth finish, which I am in love with. I put on my lashes off camera, guys, because I mean nobody needs that trouble. And I'm not lining under my eye with black. I'm just doing mascara where I apply the brown eyeshadow under my eye, and then I'm going into filling my lips with my brown gel liner from LA Girl. And filling your lips become really easier once you put the contour to the top that I did before. And then I'm just using my L'Oreal crayon in the middle, and that's it. So I did not forget to put on bronzer, so I'm applying my bronzer right now with my fan brush. I don't know why, I just picked up the fan brush today and I used that, not forgetting my nose above my forehead, and the look is sort of completed. So I'm going back in to make sure that my bronzer didn't go too high. Then I'm spraying it, and then we are finished. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys love this look. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in another video.